Hi guys, and welcome back to this tutorial. In the previous section we have managed to create a minimap whereby we could display the content of the environment around the player from a top-down view. So again, it was done in the previous section. In this section we will go a step further by symbolizing the items that we are looking for, such as petrol cans or the plane, with dots that will be visible on the map. And what we will do as well is display only these dots, not the rest, so that what we are doing is we're simplifying the map so that the objects of interest are displayed first. So how do we do that? So the first thing is we're going to start to create a brand new sphere. So again, 3D object and sphere. So again, this is my sphere. I'm going to call it dot. Okay. And again, for the item that I'd like to collect, I'd like this sphere to be green. Therefore, I'm going to take the green material here and drag and drop it right there. Okay. So again, if I go back to my scene view and switch to 3D mode, and my dot is there. Okay. So that's my sphere. So the first thing is I'm going to take this dot and drag and drop it on top of the item that I want to collect, which are the actual petrol cans. So again, I think those are these cubes there. So again, if I take my dot and what I could do is put it on top of this cube there, you can see that now the dot is a child of this cube. Okay, so again, what I should do, I suppose, is change its x and z position to 0, but keep a y about 20. Okay, so if I zoom out, you should see that the green dot now is just above this cube. Okay, so it just means that again, I'm going to do the same for the other cubes. Okay, so I'm going to copy this guy here and do a paste there, paste again. So again, I'm going to take this dot, put it on the second cube here, and put this dot, put it on the third cube here, and again, oops, take this guy and put it on the last cube. Okay, so again, I'm going to select all these dots, dot, and dot, and ensure that again the x is 0 and the z is 0. Okay, so as you can see now we have basically 4 different dots, and those are associated to the different boxes there. And something else, if I play my scene, what you should see is you can see those dots there, right? So again, they appear quite well. Okay, so relatively well. And the only thing is, you see, it's a bit of a duplication here. So basically, what's happening is that the score here is not the score, but those different spheres should be the only one displayed. So what I'm going to do is start to filter what is displayed on the minimap. So to do so, I'm going to take these dots again. So I'm going to click on this dot, this dot, this dot, and this dot, and I'm going to look at what is called a layer. So again, I'm going to create a brand new layer and apply this layer to this dot. So again, I'm going to create a layer called maybe MiniMap. So again, for all the different items that needs to be displayed on a minimap. And when this is done, again, I'm going to select my dots and make sure that minimap is actually selected. Okay, so again, I've got a layer called minimap that is linked to this dot. That's the very first thing. The second thing is, if I look at my minimap, which is there, I just want to make sure that I'm displaying only the items that are on the minimap. Okay, that's the second thing. And the last thing, I just want to make sure that the camera, which is the main camera on the first person character, does not display my dots. So in this case, I'm going to go to the culling mask and again display everything but the minimap. Alright, so again, if I save my scene and play it again, what you should see is the minimap in the bottom right corner, but this time displaying only the dots. Now obviously it's not, so let's have a quick look at what has happened there. So I'm going to check again for the first person control for the top view camera. Again, I should have, yes. So again, you can see that for the top view camera here is displaying everything, in fact. So again, I should remove default, transparent, ignore, water, and UI. Alright, so now it's working. So again, just to show you quickly, I could say everything, or I could just say nothing, and then just add the minimap. and now we're pretty much okay. The only thing is I need to see my player as well, so what I will probably do is create another dot. So again, I'm going to duplicate this guy here and call it dot 2 and maybe use a bit of red for it. So green, we have green already, so blue, we have red. Okay, so again take the red and again drag and drop it on this guy here. So again, if I, yeah, that's the red bit there. So again, I'm going to put it on top of the first person controller. Okay, right there. So on top of the first person controller, and yeah, it's on the right layer, which is called minimap, and it's just changed the position there. So again, it's going to be 20 and 0. All right, so we should be pretty much okay to go. What else? I think that's about it. So again, if I play my scene, I should see now the green dot and the red dot as well. So the red dot, can you see it's right there? And again, if I move around, you should see that basically this red dot is getting closer to the boxes. Okay, so it seems to work relatively well there. All right, and again, the idea really was for you guys to be able to have a mini map that will basically present information about the level. There's one thing that you probably have noticed is that the score again isn't exactly in the right place, so we could do the exact same way as we've done before. We can do that later. The idea of using the canvas settings and the pivot as well, the pivot information. But for now, we'll just stick to the minimap and move on to the next section on the minimap to finish this feature for our game.